What is up, YouTube? So today we are going to talk about deletes and Duramax. Here's the old girl, my 2012 Denali HD. It's a Duramax. It's got the LML motor in it. I did a video uploading. Well, I actually never made the upload, but I recorded removing the exhaust and doing the delete and uploading the tunes and all that, and I tried to edit the footage, which I did, and I went to upload it and it wouldn't complete the upload to YouTube. So the 45-minute video that took me all night to edit just won't upload, and all the footage that I went through is just wasted, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to try fooling around with it more. So I just thought I'd try to reshoot it and just go basically summarize up what that video is about. So I think we'll do a little cold start for you. Now what I did do is a delete with an intake, a straight pipe, no muffler, and a tip, and switch on the fly, 5-position tune with the Easy Link tuner and the tunes came from GDP Tuning. So let's get set up here. So it's about 55 degrees today, so beautiful day, so you're not really getting a cold start here. Alright, so here we go. Much louder than the stock exhaust. I absolutely love the way it sounds. The 5 to 6 inch tip, I like that. Definitely a lot louder. I'm gonna back it out for you guys and get you a closer view of what's going on. Careful not to hit anything. I have to squeeze it in this garage. The jet ski's in here, the wife's car, and then the Denali. It's kind of a tight fit. Muffler. So yeah, do some revs on it. much better. I absolutely love it. And I think we'll go and do some driving with it, do some pulls. I did some pulls last time with it, some launches with it. So I only really wanted to do that once on stock parts, but since that video didn't upload, I'm gonna do it again, and hopefully I don't break anything. But yeah, that's basically it. Removing the original stuff wasn't too terribly bad. I think it took me a total of like 6 hours, 7 hours. Now what I did is the exhaust, it basically just unbolted, and I took it off all the hangers underneath here, like where these hangers are now. Just took all that off the old hangers, and I tied back all these sensor plugs. I taped them off so they didn't get corroded or a bunch of mud in there. So all the sensors that were hooked up to the exhaust are now tied back and secured. There's a lot on that exhaust. On top of that, I got rid of the old depth tank that hangs down. It looks much cleaner now, and I don't run the risk of hitting it on anything. The depth tank removal wasn't too bad either. Just a couple of bolts holding the clamps up, and the harness to it, and the filler neck tube that runs up inside the truck. I just left that in there because it's not really harming anything, and if I ever need to return it back to stock, I'll have it already there. I'll show you guys a tuning right now. So if you're not familiar with EasyLink Tune, this is what it looks like. This is all it is. Just a little piece of electronic device. Just plug it on into your OBD2, download the app on your phone, and then boom, your home profile will be there, and then you can look at diagnostics on your vehicle and all that stuff. It works out pretty well, but I run the Edge monitor because I like doing other things with my phone, and it's kind of hard for me to look at my phone while driving and stuff like that. So I just wanted to have something just that's stationary in the windshield. So I'll plug this in and show you guys what EFI Live is and what it looks like. So the little blue light will turn on. Don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. That means you're ready. You go to your app on your phone, auto agent, and it's connecting. Next, connect through Wi-Fi. Go to your Wi-Fi and connect to your EasyLink. And network secure. So here's a home page. I'm going to turn my volume up. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you've been able to see everything so far, but if not, no big deal. So here's what the home page looks like. You got all your parameters here, and here's your gauges, coolant temp, GPS speed, boost pressure, injection timing, transmission temp, engine load, injection pressure, throttle position, and then the tiles we were just at, temperatures, injection timing, stuff like that. You also can graph your GPS speed, coolant temp, boost pressures. I haven't really fooled around with it a lot. I just stick to the Edge monitor because it's just right there in my face, so it's easy to see. But yeah, so you can go down here, you can see your technician, the profiles for your truck. This is where all your tunes will be. And then you just go in here once they're dropped in from whoever does your tuning, and then you just install them, and that's it. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I didn't do transmission tunes on this one. I guess my tune didn't come with one. I may do one later. And then you can check diagnostics and basically all that stuff. But I personally just like having the monitor on the window and I can see everything. I don't have to look down at my phone. It did come with a little holder for my phone so I could put it up, but this one's just there and it's stationary, and I had it before, so I like it. All right, and here's the switch on the fly 5-position tune. The sticker is a little wonky, but there it is. Switch pretty easy. Basically just ran the wiring from this switch up through the firewall and to the ECM, or basically ran it through here up to the plug, and you just pin the plug to the ECM. I believe it is the ECM if I remember right. Just 2 wires and you're automatically able to switch on the fly. And here's the AFE stage 2 intake. So yeah, not a whole lot of crazy stuff done to it. I just wanted to be able to have better sound and pick up some power. But I definitely love the way it sounds now, and I like the power. So I think we'll go for a little ride and see how she sounds like. So while the truck warms up, I just want to go over some of the tune options I have with the 5 tunes I got. So I have the first one, which is a 30 horsepower optimized stock. The second one is a 60 horsepower tow tune. The third is a 100 horsepower street tune. Fourth is 150 horsepower race tune, and then there's a max efforts that is 230 horsepower tune. Now these numbers are not exactly what I'll be able to get right away, because although the tuning is set up for it, you know, I'm running a stock turbo, I'm running stock injectors, stock internals, stock everything, stock fuel system. And one bad thing about the stock fuel system on this truck is that it has had some cases where they have failed to CP4 pump. And so what happens is air pockets get in the American diesel fuel and runs up to that pump, and those little air pockets basically cause wear and tear on the pump because it relies on fuel to stay lubricated and stay cool. So when you have air in there, it's kind of cutting away at the longevity of it. And another thing is the CP4 pump can't keep up with the like maximized tune. They recommend running a lift pump with it, and what that does is basically just a pump you install by the fuel tank, and it helps aid the injection pump with fuel delivery. So you're never running out of fuel. I guess sometimes what'll happen is you turn it all the way up, you step on it, and your fuel oil pressure will drop because your injection pump can't keep up with the fuel that it needs to supply. So a lift pump is definitely next on the list to get for this. I definitely want to prolong the life of my CP4 pump, and also want to make sure I have good power. This truck has 141,000 miles on it. So yeah, I want to make sure that, you know, in these higher mileage ranges, that I'm making sure everything's maintained and kept up. So let's go do some pulls. All right, so this is what it sounds like from in the cab. There's definitely a lot more turbo whistle. I'll roll the window down. This is with the window up. Sounds a lot better. cab sound isn't too bad. I find it manageable. I don't drive this on long drives, so it's not really something I was worried about. That's why I didn't put a muffler on it. Just wanted it straight all the way through. Oh, and another thing, so you guys are probably wondering what I did with the EGR. So I have not removed the hardware, but the tuning has disabled the valve from opening, so there shouldn't be any gases flowing back into the motor. Now, I was debating whether or not just doing it, since I was already deleting the def tank and since I was already straight piping it and removing the exhaust. But the guy at the shop told me that, you know, if you're not really running big boost numbers, you're not at the strip with it, or you're not hard on it, which I'm not. It's, you know, it's a weekend warrior truck, then you really don't have to worry about it. Worst case scenario, you know, a couple of years or a year or so, if you know you're rotting it around and stuff like that, that valve might leak, basically, is what he said. And so that's something to worry about. And I may remove the hardware later on down the road, but for now I just have it disabled. This isn't really a drag truck or anything crazy like that. It's basically my weekend warrior. All right, we're gonna do some pulls with it and give you guys some sound from the outside. can see, it sounds phenomenal. Runs great. The first pull I did was 0 to 60, and then I kind of let off, then I turned around, and then I did a 30 roll when I stepped on it. But yeah, we will do one other thing. On the Edge monitor, I have the option to do some performance testing. So I'm able to do a 0 to 60, and we'll see how that looks in performance. All right guys, so we're gonna do a 0 to 60 time, 4-wheel drive, turn it up to tune 4, and 0 to 60, traction control off, stable track off. Let's do a boosted launch and see what we can get out of just a straight pipe and a tune. So we got 5.6 seconds. Not too shabby. Not too bad at all. 5.6 seconds. 297 feet, 61 miles an hour, 5.6 seconds. So I'm pretty impressed. I think stock numbers on this truck are around, I'll have to look it up to be sure, but we definitely shaved some time off the stock numbers for this truck. And we also have to take into consideration this has a 4.5-inch lift, and it has 35-inch tires with 20-inch rims on it. So, you know, it's not going to run like a deleted stock configuration truck would run. But I like the way the lift looks, and I like having the bigger tires. And we get pretty bad snow here in the wintertime, so it's nice to have it. And then I go out to the lake and stuff, so I like having it lifted, a little more ground clearance. And that, personally, I just think it looks better. I think it looks a lot better. If you're wondering why I'm not running it on tune 5, that is because I don't have a lift pump, and I won't even get that much power out of it. I won't get the maximum potential until I have a lift pump supplying the fuel all the time. And I also don't want to ruin or damage my CP4 pump. So I think once I get a lift pump in and some upgraded tie rods, I'll do it. The last video I did a Tune 5 boosted launch, and the front end, it flexed, and I thought I broke my tie rods. And so I don't want to run down that road again until I'm ready to go. So we'll see what happens next time I get the tie rods in and get a lip pump in. We'll get the max out of it, then I'll do it. I just don't want to be stranded out here right now. Long ways from home out here in Mexico. So yeah, I think it's cool that they have these options for these little tests here. And there's also a 1/4 mile time and horsepower. And I don't even know how you calculate horsepower. Right? Please bring vehicle to a stop. To cancel test, touch the screen. All right, well, we'll bring it to a stop and see what happens here. All right, we are at a stop. Let's see what happens. Accelerate when ready. Jesus. This road is terrible. So that was in 2-wheel drive and definitely spun the tires. But I was just kind of curious of how that works. Numbers kind of went all over the place. That's cool. There's a lot of options on this screen, this Edge monitor screen. One thing I have noticed is, which I don't understand, is the engine cooling temperature showing 172 here, but down here it's showing I'm at, you know, right under 210. Now, I'm not sure if the monitor's inaccurate or if the gauge on the truck is inaccurate, because definitely seems like a little space between each number there. It's about a, because right here it says 160 right here, so that's nowhere near what it's reading here. You know, we're almost at 210. So I'm just curious, if anybody knows, leave me a comment, or just let me know which one's more accurate. Now, I know on the Edge monitor for the EGTs temperatures, you got to get the probe, so I don't know if it's like something similar for the cooling temp, but yeah, if you know, let me know. All right, guys, so one last thing. I wanted to do a boosted launch, but I want the camera to be on the ground and you can see what it looks like from the outside on the ground out by the side. Let's try to get the best angle here. We'll move up a little closer. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a boosted launch. Alright guys, so there you guys go. There's the Deleted Duramax. Grill's looking good. Even got the little bullet antenna. Helps so it doesn't hit when I pulled into the garage. This thing barely clears. Yeah, she's coming along nicely. So that's what it's like having a deleted truck. It's loud, it rolls coal, and it's a lot more powerful. So that's pretty much it for the truck for now. All I've done, like I said, is just delete the def tank, so I no longer have to put fluid in it. I've straight piped it all the way back, 5-inch without a muffler, and I did the AFE intake on it and the tune and switch on the fly tune. So that's it for now. Next thing I want to do is run the lift pump on it and upgrade the tie rods and suspension. Yeah, so far I am loving it. And I know it has been a while since I've logged in and uploaded a video. I've been super busy. I've had a lot going on. I moved, I got a new house. This is it. I've lived here for a few months now. First home, not bad. Even came with this cool basketball hoop. ball it up on the weekends. This is the new garage where I will be doing most of my recording. Laid this floor down by rock solid. It's not bad. You can see that's what it's like to own a car with like 300,000 miles on it. It's my work car. Leaks a little oil. But yeah, oh, I don't even think I've introduced this to the channel. This is my jet ski, 2014 Ultra 310X. I haven't done any footage with it yet. I think it'd be cool to get some footage out with it. It has 310 horsepower supercharged motor. I bought it brand new. I've loved this thing. This thing's awesome. But another thing I did is I bought a 2017 Can-Am Maverick XDS, and I had big plans to do footage with it and take it to places, and I think it was just a really good toy for making content. But one nice winter day, I decided to take it out, and it got a little too rowdy, and I rolled it. I definitely intend on getting another one. Just gotta butter up the wife a little more. But yeah, it was totaled out. I rolled it, end over ended it. But guys, if you haven't rode in a side-by-side or driven one, I highly recommend it. It is super fun. But for now, we're just gonna focus on the Duramax and doing some stuff like that. That's about it. Hopefully this video will be able to go up no problems. I'll try to edit the removing of the def tank and the exhaust and try to maybe cut it back down. Maybe 45 minutes is too long. I'm not sure what's going on, and try to upload that. So if you like this video, like it and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.